listens to music first, always.
We are unstoppable.
Open the frontiers to make people meet people.
Music is not fireworks. Music is feeling.
You're good to go.
Thank you, vote for the music!
This is Vote for the Music, the Eurovision podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Vote for the Music, the Eurovision podcast. I'm Benjamin
and I'm Tadeusz.
And we're back with our quick fire reviews. Yes, today we're going to be looking at Cyprus, Silia Kapsis' Liar, an entry with perhaps a more interesting story than song itself. So let's take a listen, shall we?
Take a look at yourself, 'cause that is what you need to do. 'Cause the only problem in this room is that
Silia Kapsis arrives at Eurovision with a song which, until proven otherwise, I'm gonna claim is older than her.
Well, yes, quite, because obviously Silia Kapsis is the youngest of our Eurovision 2024 artists, and this song seems to be the oldest of our Eurovision 2024 songs. So in the rules of the Eurovision Song Contest, no song performed or released before the 1st September the previous year can participate in the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, there are a few caveats to this, because potentially if it's had no significant impact or given it no unfair advantage, the EBU can decide that will be allowed, which has happened with Czechia this year, as that song was performed in public before the 1st of September, but basically no one saw it, so it didn't matter. However, with Cyprus, our story goes back a bit further than that, because this song's been knocking around for a few years. We believe that it was in the Russian internal selection in 2022. Obviously, they ended up being banned from that contest, so never got to participate. But this very well might have been Russia's entry in 2022. And then, of course, it ended up in the Greek internal selection last year, where it came second and caused a whole lot of trouble for ERT and Victor Vernikos, and it was a bit of a nightmare. But this song has been knocking around for at least 2 years by this point. Not ever officially released, but leaked versions have appeared on the internet throughout the last 2 years, so it isn't exactly new to some Eurovision fans. However, it's only just been publicly released, and that's what matters in the rules, so it breaks absolutely no rules. But this is, yes, one of the oldest songs we have in the competition.
Having finally gotten to hear it, I cannot agree with the verdict of Greek jury from last year that Victor Vernikos is what they say is somehow better. I will, however, grant it something else. What they say has more identity than Liar. Sure, Liars is a competent pop song, well produced. It's also completely forgettable, generic, and doesn't bring anything new to the Eurovision table. We've heard this kind of song many times, and we've heard it done better.
Yes, I agree. This song, for me, isn't that impressive. I absolutely do see why the Greek broadcaster last year decided to go with What They Say by Victor Vernikos over this. And unlike you, I do think they made the right decision. Absolutely. What They Say was a complete mess. It did not work very well at all by any means of the imagination, but it was a risk. It was something different. And it was something that felt far more unique and, as you say, had far more identity than this song, which is just pretty much a generic girl bop by the numbers as you would hear from the Dream Team.
What we've gotten here is exactly what you would expect, and I'm sorry, but by this point it's just too dated to give pleasure for more than one listen. Perhaps this one listen will be a listen during the semi-final for many of the casual audiences, and so Liar has a real chance to get a fair share of votes. However, it cannot be sure of qualification in any matter.
Honestly, it sounds like something which would come 5th or 6th in a Melody Festival in Heat, when they try and go for something a little more ethnic, which does happen in Melody Festival quite a lot, potentially something which might be in the lower end of the final or something like MGP. It just seems like this is someone writing for this style of ethnic genre, for an ethnic girl bop, but by someone who completely doesn't understand the genre or get the genre or know how to excel in that genre. For me, Liar is one of the worst examples of an ethnic girl bop we've had in the Eurovision Song Contest in quite a while, and it's just entirely dull and boring. It's almost like a wallpaper entry. I think one of the best comparisons for this is actually if we go to Belarus in 2019 and look at Zaina Like It. Again, that was another very young performer with another song that wasn't that impressive, wasn't that good, was very generic, was again a wallpaper entry. However, that song managed to get through to the final, and yes, it finished towards the end of the table in the final. It managed to get through to the final based upon the performer being very good, delivering a very good live performance and really selling it. And I think if Silia Kapsis does that, then Liar could go places. By places, I mean the final, and very likely again the bottom 5 of the final, but qualification could depend solely on Silia Kapsis herself, because it certainly won't depend on the song.
Liar is the song that exists. It holds no significance for what it is about or how it's arranged. It's only notable for its wild history with coming through all different national selections and different Eurovision years, until finally settling on Cyprus in 2024. But this is not a story contest, this is a song contest. And as a song, Liar is adequate start for adequate young singer. It will leave no lasting impression after this Eurovision, and if it qualifies, it may count that as a success for itself.
So thank you for listening to our quickfire review of Cyprus. We'll be back tomorrow with our quickfire review of Ireland's entry for this year's Eurovision Song Contest in Malmö. So until then, please remember to follow us on all the podcasting platforms, check out our website, and remember to keep voting for the music.
This is to music first, always.
We are unstoppable.
Open the frontiers to make people meet people.
Music is not fireworks. Music is feeling.
You're good to go.
Thank you both for the music.
This is Vote for the Music, the Eurovision podcast.